Tesla's denying a report that board members recently contacted executive search firms to get to work on finding a successor for CEO Elon Musk. This came from the Wall Street Journal late last night. The paper says that the company's board met with Musk about a month ago and told him he needed to devote more time to the electric car company and say so publicly. The report says Musk did not push back on that idea. Early this morning, a post appeared on Tesla's X account that was attributed to board chair Robin Denholm, and she said earlier today there was a media report erroneously claiming that the Tesla board had contacted recruitment firms to initiate a CEO search at the company. This is absolutely false, and this was communicated to the media before the report was published. The CEO of Tesla is Elon Musk. The board is highly confident in his ability to continue executing on the exciting growth plan ahead. And then Musk got into the action on X early this morning, calling the Journal story deliberately false. He called the Wall Street Journal a discredit to media. Tesla stock went down initially on this report. It's fallen roughly 40% since its mid-December highs, and the company it's faced some public backlash due to Musk cutting Doge spending and his public embrace of President Trump last week. Musk said he would soon be spending more time at his car company, and that stock is coming.
So let's decipher what's going on here.
Where there's smoke, there's fire?
No, not necessarily, but I think there's a couple of things happening. One is, it is absolutely true, and I can report that a month and a half ago,
you need to get back.
There were board members who were concerned about it. And by the way, there were lots of investors who were telling members of the board, you have to get on Elon about this. And is there a way to get him? So that was a real conversation. The question about, Robin saying the board, the official board, may not have been calling up search firms. I doubt that I believe her when she says that. Do I also believe that there were search firm executives that may have contacted board members or board members that are friends with search firm folks who said, yeah, at some point we may need to, that happens in casual conversation all the time, that people would start to, and by the way, is it instigated by the board members? Is it instigated by some executive search person who wants a fee? Is it instigated by a banker who wants to get in the middle of it?
Like when a banker decides that the two companies should merge or spin, and they approach the company.
So my only point is it possible that there was some kind of
conversation
in the corner?
Right.
Sure. Is the official board doing that as a choice? I'll take Robin at her word. I'm just saying, is there a chance that these other things could have happened? I imagine probably something like that did, but not in any kind of official way. And
well, how bad is it to report that the board contacted an executive search firm and was looking for a new CEO?
The piece said that board members.
But they
and I don't know if they said that they reached out. They said I think they had. Conversation.
But saying go ahead, make some suggestions for other CEOs. They would have that's if they did that, then that's something. If they didn't, then it's probably.
By the way, I would argue that they're derelict if they're not doing that. Right? I mean, let's also so there's a lot of sides to this, right? Your job should be as a board member to have a succession plan.
Maybe if
you think that your CEO potentially may be planning to do other things at some point. And by the way, there have been conversations for years.
You're not talking about because of what happened to the stock, because he's, that's a very near-term outlook.
No, I don't think
it's been up every year.
Nobody's getting rid of Elon Musk because they don't like him. That's not what's happening.
But if he's not spending enough time there, and you start to say part of the reason for the 40% drop in the stock from its highs is because he's been neglecting it, you could, on a fiduciary basis, say we need to look around. But that would be a stupid move.
But it wouldn't shock me if one of the board members happens to be friends with a search for a buddy in the search business, and they happen to have lunch together, or they go to a cocktail party together, or whatever. And then, but by the way, and then the people in the search world then go crazy, right? Meaning, all of a sudden they think they have an opportunity to go find the next great successor. Right. That's how this happens. They have one 10-second conversation, and then they're off to the races trying to go find somebody. That's how this works.
to get a commission or whatever it is.
Well, because they would want to pitch that person.
Right.
And so could that have leaked out?
Well, I'm just wondering whether there's any...
Some search person's looking.
Does this tarnish the Wall Street Journal at all? Because I
know you'd like to tarnish everybody. I don't know. I don't know if it tarnishes them or not. I really have to go look specifically at the wording and the this and that. I think that her wording is very specific. I think their wording is very specific.
So it's both sides have a certain amount of spin, and it's somewhere in the middle.
And I don't know what the truth is, right?
Look at that, though. Tesla board open search for a CEO to succeed. That's a lot different than having conversations on the golf course with a buddy you got in a search firm.
There's a lot of nuance.
I might like to tarnish media. You kind of like to tarnish Elon occasionally, recently.
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. I just think the bloom is off the rose for you and Elon in the last couple of years.
I think you are so wrong that I don't even understand why you do this.
I'm not doing it. I work here. I sit across from you. I've seen a change ever since the flamethrower.
Flamethrower was 5 years ago. So
that was even before the orange Cheeto got involved.
A federal judge ruling that Apple violated a court order that directed the company to allow more competition for App Store downloads and payment methods. The judge referring Apple and Vice President of Finance Alex Roman to federal prosecutors for a criminal contempt investigation into their conduct during the case involving Epic Games. The judge, writing Roman, gave testimony in the case that was filed with misdirection and outright lies. This is another chapter in the Epic Games versus Apple saga. It began in 2020 when Apple pulled Epic's App Store account after the maker of Fortnite allowed iPhone users to go outside of Apple's ecosystem for better payment deals. Apple said it strongly disagrees with the judge's latest decision and will appeal. Now, Apple is set to report its fiscal second quarter earnings after the bell today, and a lot of people are going to be focused on those numbers, as you might imagine.
I mean, we're all human. I mean, I'm not saying you're out keying Teslas, but in terms of...
Are you crazy? I still think this is... I've known this man, as you know, for...
I know, but look...
Close to
okay,
20,
would you at least acknowledge...
25 years.
Would you at least
20 years.
acknowledge that...
And I have a lot of admiration for...
I know you do, but would you at least acknowledge that on one side of the aisle, it used to be, because of climate change and everything else, used to be his biggest supporters. He's now grouped together as a Nazi dictator with Donald Trump. By
the way, interestingly, given all the things that I've said on this air, I have never said anything about that ever.
No, I'm not saying
ever.
I'm not saying you have, but
I don't understand where you're sort of casting aspersions.
I'm not doing that. I'm saying you. I admit things.
Well, this one I'm not admitting because it's not true.
You haven't. Your view of Elon Musk hasn't evolved at all over the last couple of years?
Oh, of course I have different. I mean, I think he's evolved over the last couple of years.
Okay. Maybe that this is like getting enough. Maybe that's enough for you to acknowledge that. Then I'm fine. If that's the way you want to characterize it, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. But you will see me say, like, I'll admit a bunch of stuff on how I actually feel about things. And it's okay for you to do that, Ronzo. You're human. You're human. You are a journalist, but you are human.